Hello, my name is Sheldon here. Welcome back for another episode of Victory as Iran. Last episode we did start, at the end of the episode we did start a potentially problematic play against Kunduz. They might accept that, but most likely we do need to fight them. I don't think it's going to be a big of a war though, but we'll have to do that. Oh, never mind. They just accepted that. Oh, that makes my life a lot easier. I do actually wonder, so coal mines are already using all of that. Do we have, we've got some transportation in here. We've got 2 levels of railway, actually. Get some automatic irrigation over here, I suppose. That's going to require a lot more engines, mind you. I think that's going to be fine. That's going to definitely increase the opium production, then. I think, let's actually have a look. We already were the #1. But now we've got over 9,000 already. The difference between us and British Raj is not massive, but it is definitely, you know, enough that just 1 or 2 opium plantations won't do. Also, do we have a lot of trade routes that we are no longer needing? I suppose these 2 at least. Is there any other things that are... Oh, right, there's the opium sales to China that are taking us a lot of stuff. We could probably stop that one and that one since they're not really that profitable. Also, did we get the... No, I don't think we did yet. We could survey this scraper site once more. This time, hopefully, it will work, although I'm not entirely sure that it will. We got still only 20 levels in here, and of course the trade centers do have an impact on it. Yeah, there's a 70 urbanization just from those. We do also have a bit of lack of workforce in here, quite frankly. I don't suppose there's a lot of things that I can do to reduce that workforce any further. I think it's already pretty much as low as it can on a lot of things. Yeah, well, I suppose, is there transportation? It's a little bit. It's going to be pretty high in demand, I suppose, but it'll do. There we go. So I suspect now we only got 1 subject. Now, of course, give us a lot more area for the state over here. Oh. So no. I'm guessing you're part of the... Yeah, you're part of the British market. Nope. Like, everyone that is hating Britain thinks that I'm their friend, but I'm not. Oh, we've got a little bit of market access issues in places like Luristan and all that. So, well, I suppose Luristan is actually not getting a railway right now. We probably should build one there. They don't even have a railway there yet. Persian Kurdistan pipeline. Oh, we can get 10 infrastructure there immediately, permanently. And then we get, you know what? Sure. We can afford that as like 900. That's basically nothing. Now, we do have a little bit expenses in here right now, but it's not really that bad. We do have the medium taxes. Oh, right, yeah, we got the unrealized taxes that are now because of the bureaucracy. Right, I suppose another thing that I could do is just to get a little bit of, because Armenia could probably work for this one. Get some more government administration. Like 5 of those there. Because I know that there's a decent bit of workforce available in there. That's going to give us the bureaucracy required to sort of manage some of the things. The poor laws, okay, no, we don't want to reduce that entirely. We do, of course, want to get some more social security. I think that might be the way to get rid of the low standard of living in a lot of places. Which might then get us closer to 15 in standard of living. Maybe. Oh, well, there we go. Ulema is no longer upset. So education access is improving, which does mean that the literary rate will be increasing. Might not be instantly, but it will be good enough, and we're getting a lot more power now in our capital as well, by the looks of it. Well, we're getting at least a level 3 in here. It's not too profitable currently. Did we actually switch the urban centers over here yet? No, we could get the street lights there. That's going to require a lot more power, but that also means that the power plant will then be much more profitable. It does mean that also the coal price will drop a decent bit in here, which means that we can then, you know, it's going to make the productions of various things more profitable, because if they need the coal for the automation stuff, it won't be needed as much. Oh, there we go. Now we're already making a 10,000 profit. Well, that might be because some constructions were completed, I reckon. Although, yeah, it might be. No? Well, okay. Basically turning even right now, but that's fine. We're getting the government administration buildings done fairly soon. So that's going to give us the bureaucracy needed. Let's see, what do we need in the markets currently? Glass and engines. Alright then, well, let's go ahead and... I guess we could get another glass work over here in our capital. Of course, the worker numbers over here are quite tiny. Where do we have... Other area. Oh, right, we've got the power plant over here that's not really active. I'm guessing there's, yeah, this is a tiny bit consumption. So that is Lurisan. We'll get the electric street lights over here. Right, have a bit more services. Food industry over here could definitely use a bit more workers as well. Right, so the class prices are something that I'm still worried about. We could get another class worker in Coruscant. They've got a bit of workforce available there. And we don't actually need to worry about the automation there then. I don't suppose... Herman, there's not much I can do to reduce the workforce. Not on those two anyway. Do we have... We got some transportation. So the opium plantation, we could perhaps make it a bit more profitable. That's going to free up a bit more workers to work, for example, at the wheat farm over here, which would be quite useful. And the dye plantation already has that stuff, and vineyards already have that. Okay. Now the urban centre, do we have, we do have, technically speaking, access to power. In practice, not so much. But we can go ahead and put the electric street lights in there regardless. That's going to provide slightly better paying jobs. Not massive amounts, mind you, but I'm sure that will still help. We've got almost 6, or actually over 6 million loyalists right now, so we've got more than 3 to 1 loyalists to radicals numbers there, so that's pretty good. Investment banks will be done in a matter of a few weeks, or, well, about 2 months or so. And then we're working on the vulcanization, which is already spreading. And then maybe we should get the military statistics. I don't know if we... Well, I suppose the better training would be quite useful. On the other hand, we could get something in the society, like civilizing mission. That wouldn't be too bad. Or the camera for the extra prestige. Also, the identification document would be somewhat useful, although I suppose for us the taxation capacity is not really an issue. We've got plenty. We're back to 12 states that are having some issues. Right, let's see. Something that we could easily maybe fix. Let's see, Merv. Down here, you don't have a lot of population available. If we just put in some less laborers needed for the tooling workshop, for example. And that means that there's going to be more laborers available for the motor industries, for example, and other things. They can get to better paying jobs, essentially. In theory, better paying jobs, I suppose. Iron mines, do we have... Oh, right, we could put in the steam donkey over there. Reduce labor even further. That will cause some drop in the standard of living initially. Do we have... oh, we do have transportation in here. Not necessarily, like, insane amounts, but we do have some of it. Oh, and there's the investment bank. Right, we'll have a look at that in a moment. The urban centre, no, not really much in there. Now we've got a bit of labourers available actually in here. Perhaps we should go ahead and build a, I suppose a textile mill probably wouldn't hurt. Got a decent profitability. Got a food industry already in there, but yeah, we'll get a textile mill. That'll probably help. Now let's have a look at the companies. Oh, grains would also be kind of useful, actually. That would increase the throughput of the farmland, so that would give us... Oh, a livestock range building throughput, so that's okay. We do want to kind of go for something that is oil-related, though. So there's the migration attraction, or migration attraction and railway building throughput. Which actually, that seems like that would be a lot better. Railway building throughput. I mean, again, it might not be profitable initially, so it might not really give us too much money right now. Because another one would be to increase the glass production, and the home goods would definitely do that. Loyalists from standard of living increases would be quite nice as well. So that's definitely 2 decent options. Then there's, of course, the steel combine, or the state construction efficiency. That would be pretty good. Also, we've got so many of the steel mills that are very profitable. That would be probably pretty good. Also, I suppose what we could do is, well, I don't think we actually need the iron that badly. So it would probably then have to be the steel combine. Or, okay, that would increase the tool price, or tool production. On the other hand, the plantation would be quite nice. That would increase the throughput of the opium plantations, but we are kind of good on that. I think what we're going to do is we're going to go with the steel combine. That construction efficiency is going to be very useful. Plus, you know, it's going to reduce the construction cost a lot. It's going to reduce the steel demand a lot, which is going to make the engine production a bit more profitable. Although we just need to increase the production of it, but that's fine. We've got 77 million GDP now. That's pretty decent. Let's have a look at the listing in there. So we got... Oh, is USA having another revolution? Oh, Confederates have conquered some land from them, I think. So USA is now definitely kind of in a pickle there. So how is Confederate States? Yeah, well, they got 47 million right now, so they're not that strong. But we've got still a, like, 16 million difference between us and Qing and Germany. or North German Federation, I suppose, which is fighting a war against France. I suppose no one's surprised by that. We are doing at least a skyscraper survey. Oh, we got 24 urban centers. Oh, right, I suppose we did increase the total level of them now. That should also start increasing the availability of services a lot. We're still getting a bit more government administrations, or at least one more. We could perhaps go ahead and build something else. Oh, that's probably one of the reasons. We're only using, we're using only a third of the construction available. Okay, so that's why we're making such a huge amount of money. Right, so we could get some stuff built in Armenia. Nothing is particularly great price in there, or great profitability in there. The iron mines are getting built there. Alright then, I don't know if we actually need those. You know what, we could build a power plant in there. And then we can get the urban centre activated. Oh, actually, how far are we from the urbanization now? We've got 40% of the states with level 5 or higher. So that's good. The Grand Exhibition, we do not... Oh, we do need to get a level 10 Arts Academy somewhere, I suppose. Okay, well, where do we have Arts Academies already? I believe we had... Yeah, we've got one over here in Tabriz. I don't suppose they need a whole lot of workers. I mean, they do need a little bit. We'll go ahead and give that a couple levels. That way we can at least start increasing it. And, you know, I suppose the availability of cheap art is going to be then something that we might be able to enjoy. We don't have a huge amount of production for it. We've got a little bit, and it seems like there is a bit of excess. I suppose there's only levels 20 to 99 standard of living that... Oh, we are number 5 producer worldwide, actually. But yeah, so it's a relatively wealthy individuals that are going to be benefiting from that. Also, it looks like Elizabeth Pole, sorry, is going to need a railway. So let's get that underway, shall we? We're getting a lot closer to becoming great power. We're about 40 points away now. We're not in the top 3 of producing oil, though. We're number 4, so we're just outside of it. We need to get to over 2,000 total production. Which I suppose there's things like... Well, I suppose actually over here we should be producing a lot more than this. It's 60 per level, so that would be 600 total over here, but we're only producing a fraction of it. We are going to get the vulcanization soon enough. Standard of living is still a problem in 11 states. Of course, class price is pretty high. We are getting a little bit more class works, mind you. That's going to start reducing the price at least a bit further. And I suppose after the vulcanization, we could just go ahead and get the aniline. And then after that, we could go for the plastics. Because that's going to allow us to start utilizing oil for making a lot more glass, which is going to be a very good for us, because one, is going to reduce the construction cost a lot, it's going to provide a lot of glass for population, as well as, of course, our own state use, or the industry use. And then, of course, it's going to make the oil profitability or more profitable for us. We can expand the oil rigs a lot, which then, of course, is going to demand a lot more, well, I suppose engines, which means that more profitable. Although that's not really a unprofitable industry right now anyway. Still fairly high in demand. Let's go ahead and build another motor industry then. Khorasan seems like it would be somewhat profitable. Sure. I don't know if there's a lot of workers available in there, but that's beside the point. There is actually a little bit available. Oh. There's also some infrastructure, although that might be running out soon. I'm still making pretty good money as well. 29,000. I suppose, have we reduced the construction costs? We have reduced the construction costs drastically, actually. Well, no wonder that that's then happening. I mean, I suppose the steel production did increase so much that, yeah, that's reducing the steel price a lot. Which means that the construction is just a lot cheaper. Oh, and are we now at... we're 44%, so we could definitely build another building or two. Right, so if we're getting the motor industries, we could go ahead and get some more... just fisheries, actually. Alright then, let's go ahead and get a... Oh, no, fishing walls. We can't expand it over there. What about Arabistan? That's not maxed out yet, so we can get at least one more level there. I suppose that's fine. Do we have... we do have some power in here. Are we using that for the... No, we're not using that for... lighting yet. All we could do though. It's going to be 25 power, which does mean that I suppose actually looking at, we can still do that. That's going to be only 10 over there. So there we go. That's improving the availability of things. I suppose another thing that we could just... Oh. Right, there's another revolt in Oman. Not really anything that we need to worry about. Or is that? Oh, there's the Trucial States is having a bit of revolt over there. And Zanzibar's a thing over there, of course. Right, so let's go ahead and get ourselves that textile mill that I was saying. Because a Mazandaran would be useful. You know what? Actually, yeah, that's not a bad one. Just provide a little bit of cheaper clothing in there. That's going to start improving the standard of living, at least in there. Maybe not like a massive amount, but I'm sure that that will start reducing the clothing price at least a little bit. Which is probably not like an insane price, but I'm sure that some reduction for it would still help. Yeah, it's 23% compared to the base price. Inefficient agriculture. Sure. So we're getting a bit of boost over here. Okay, do we have anything built in here? We've got a logging camp. That's about it. It's not really very profitable either. We could get a livestock ranch, I suppose. Just to provide a bit more work for the people in there. Then, of course, a bit more meat probably won't hurt. The Arabistan's having an electricity shortage. How much? Oh, we are still having a small shortage of electricity in our capital. I believe we should be able to provide all that power, though. We're using that for lighting already. And I suppose the logging camps are using that for the production, so I suspect that there's just not that much demand for it. Like a local consumption, I suppose. Yeah, local balance. Oh, it's actually a bit... Well, I suppose, yeah, pops are only taking 5 on that. Urban centers and logging camps are the primary ones. But if it's not profitable right now, then it's not profitable. Oh. Germany versus Britain. Return Luxembourg. Oh. Right, Netherlands and Luxembourg. Oh, right. I don't know, that flag of Netherlands seems like a bit heretical. Oh, stonks. What is that? Oh, right, it's probably 3 companies at max prosperity at the same time. Yeah, that makes sense. But yeah, this Dutch flag over here. I don't know, that seems like it's wrong on so many levels. So the Grand Exhibition we still can't do. We need to get that level 10 Art Academy somewhere. But I suppose we did build up Tabriz a little bit. It's that they're not really hiring a lot of people in there, mind you. And it's just the arts, or fine art, is just not that high in demand, really. Oh, Russia sides with Germany. Alright then. Well, I suppose they probably want Circassia, don't they? All transfer Philippines, liberate Ulster. Alright then. This, well, it's 1908. I suppose this is kind of turning to become the First World War, really. So now Britain is worried. I could offer support. What would they... Right, so if I wanted to get... oh, transfer state. Is there anything that would actually accept? British is Angola. Okay, so we could get a little bit of foothold in Africa. Not something we want to do. Our war goals? Let's see. Conquer states. Basically anything that I want from either one of them. I think, like, if I wanted to, probably Russian cars would be the one that I would get for reducing border goal. Or, you know, I could just take Georgia. Tiflis. That'd be 20 in for me, though. They would definitely accept that, though. But no, I don't think I'm going to ask that quite yet. Is there any... There's liberate countries, rogue claims, war reparation, regime change. We'll see what happens. Oh, right, and we need to get some more construction going. We've only got 4 buildings underway. Right, well, I suppose... Let's have a look at it again. We need more glass, engines... More grain as well wouldn't hurt. What do we have? Tabriz is one of the places that we could probably get some more wheat farms. We'll get another 3 of those. That's also going to make the food industry somewhat more profitable in here, so we'll build 1 more for those. We could probably get a paper mill. We've got a little bit power in here. Yeah, we're using that for the logging camp already. I suppose another thing is also just increasing things in places where we don't have the 5 urban centers yet. Like Merv over here, we could get another... Oh, they're getting livestock ranch over there. Iron mine is probably not that profitable. Textile mills and food industries. Okay, the textile mill is hiring now. I think we just built that. Food industry was there already, I believe. But we need to get something more in here, I guess. Could get a power plant, I guess. That would allow the logging camp to be a bit more profitable. Similarly, we could probably just build a power plant in Turkmenia. That's a few more buildings anyway. So this diplomatic play in Arabia, I don't think I need to be part of. But this big war over here seems like this could be interesting. I don't know if I want to join that. That's going to be a very costly war. But it's definitely interesting. I mean, it might be actually really good for our economy. Because we can then start selling more things to nations. Oh, there's vulcanization. So elastics for textiles. We don't have any rubber available right now. And then, of course, there's the machine steel tools, which would be quite nice. For extra tools. I mean, we got quite a bit of demand for extra tools, mind you. Of course, speaking of which, we could just go out and get another 2 levels for the tooling workshop in Isfahan. Now getting a whole lot of wheat farms, we'll get some food industries and paper mills. So Tabriz is getting a whole lot of buildings built right now. And then the railway in Western Azerbaijan is hopefully going to be pretty quick. Oh yeah, and aniline is spreading. I mean, that must be expected. It's the only one that can start spreading. But then getting the plastic, that's going to be really good for the glass production. Oh, and raising concerns. Sure, I guess. Let's actually have a look. Who is our leader anyway? Military dictatorship. Let's have a look. Oh, we can't really get too much better right now in here. We need to get some voting laws going, I suppose, to really change things. Speaking of which, so it's still autocracy. There's none of the voting laws that are supported by the ruling parties. I do actually wonder, so there's the industrialists would support that. Landed voting would be supported by industrialists as well. But getting industrialists into the government is going to be very, very tricky. And our current ruler is still a landowner, so they kind of need to be in power. Could maybe get the petty bourgeoisie in here. It's going to reduce the legitimacy a little bit. But that is going to unlock some more laws for us to consider. We could go for colonial exploitation. I don't know, I think I want to. We could try to go for the private health insurance, but that wouldn't actually not help with the healthcare too much. Our standard of living is just not high enough for that. But we might be getting a bit more radicals now. Ooh, wind wells. We can have a bit more mortality in there, I suppose. We're now at 80% in, or 80 million in GDP. Which, difference between us and Russia is pretty high. Of course, Russia is now getting the boost for the warfare, because they're activating the armies and all that. And yeah, it's Britain versus Russia and North German Federation. So there's a chance that Germany will actually win this. It's not a huge chance, but is it there? Oh, France is improving relations, but that's quite handy. So we're getting the railway in Azerbaijan. That's going to allow us to reduce the labor use at the coal, or the... Oh, actually, let's get this steam donkey over there already. The logging camp will be a bit more profitable. Also, I suppose we could do that at the iron mine. Tooling workshop, we could actually reduce the worker need in there as well. Oh, right, machine tools. We don't have the rubber for that, so that's not really going to work. I suppose what we could do is we could have a look at some trade routes. Import rubber. We can import some from the British market. I don't know how much they have available in there. I'm assuming it's probably going to be a decent bit, so we'll start importing some from there. We'll go ahead and upgrade maybe one of the... Well, that's a level 5 textile mill. Level 2 over here. Start using the elastics for that one. That does mean a bit less clothing. But there's going to be a lot more luxury clothing. And it's going to provide at least a little bit of demand for the rubber, which means that the trade will start increasing. We can then go ahead and maybe... Oh, Prison's exporting a lot of sulfur for us. Actually, I suppose that's another thing that we could... If we go for example for Kerman, we can go ahead and get another 2 levels for sulfur mines. Which, yeah, we can't really increase the production there more than just building more mines. But we've got plenty of options for that, to be fair, in various areas. Which did we get the... We did get the railway up here. The logging camp, we can get the rail transportation, finally. Also get the steam donkey over there to reduce labourers even further. So the railway, well, it's actually already hired everything that it needs. We might need even a second level for the railway up here in Turkmenia. Because I suppose the oil rigs are using... Yeah, the oil rigs are using that. We could potentially just reduce that a bit further. Which would be making it more profitable. Well, let's do that then. Innovation-wise, we're still max out. We could have up to 147 total. But it looks like the literacy rate is now improving. Oh, and France is declaring war on Japan. Oh, they're taking a whole chunk of land there. At least planning to. Now, Skyscraper survey is still ongoing. Did we get the... No, I don't think we have the Grand Exhibition yet. We need to get another... Technically speaking, it doesn't need to be fully hired, so we could just build up the Art Academy over here to level 10. And then we can do the Grand Exhibition, because last time we started doing that way too late. Is the standard of living, it's still... Oh, there's now 13 states that are having problems with that. Alright, so how much are we still... I suppose class price is still pretty high. Engine prices are quite high, tools are pretty high, of course fish and clothing are pretty high demand, and some grain as well. If you do have a look at the population though, so lower strata, they're now spending... Yeah, clothing and grain are both fairly high, but they're not paying that much extra. But yeah, the standard of living, I mean, it's not the best. It will be improving. Oh, Japan backs down. Oh, so how much did they actually have to give? No, it's just Kyushu. Okay. Well, good on them. And what's this then? Oh, Mara is having another... I'm going to declare neutrality on there. And did the... Oh yeah, the war against... or war between the British Empire and the Russians and Prussians has started. Well, technically it's been North German Federation, but still. The war is ongoing. And the numbers-wise, they're actually not that far off. Of course, the British side has a massive fleet advantage, which means that they can land basically anywhere they want. And go through there. Oh, there we go. We got 80 million in GDP. So that's steadily climbing up there. We are still 12 million behind China. We'll get there eventually. Now, we did also get a bit more power available in some places, which in certain areas, it's probably going to be used quite a bit already. Oh, that hasn't hired yet. Okay. That's almost looking like. They got power plant in there. Of course, they don't have a lot of population. I do wonder if we built another oil rig, would that help? But we can probably stop subsidizing them over there so that doesn't just inflate the prices too much. If we do reduce the transportation, actually, that's going to make it a bit more profitable. At least in theory. And if we do have power in here, we can go ahead and activate that one. It's probably going to be fairly low amounts of power, but I guess there's now at least plenty of demand for it, which means that it's going to be profitable to hire some people to work here. It might take a while before it's fully activated, mind you. So we're now getting the Art Academies into Briz. That's at least going to get done. I suppose we do still need to get a whole lot more oil production. How's the production now at Baku? They've got 23,000 people working there. So it is now at least almost 300, but it's still not that great. Do we have rails available? We do have a little bit. You know what? Let's go ahead and produce more. Because that reduces then the oil price, or the, I suppose the profitability of the building a little bit. Well, actually, I don't know. Yeah, I suppose the middle option is good enough for now. We've got 2 railways already in here. That is, of course, the textile mills we've got already in there. We've got the logging camp. We do not have any power here yet. That's something that we might want to build up. Then we can start utilizing the power for the logging camp, for example. And actually, we can put the steam donkey there. Reduce the labor shortfall there a little bit further. We had another general die. Admittedly, we haven't really been using our generals too much. But yeah, we'll just go ahead and recruit a replacement for that. Defensive strategy will do. Legitimacy is starting to be pretty bad, though. I think we may just need to go back to the clergy and landowners there. In power, that seems to be the only way that we can really survive here. I mean, it is what it is. But there we go. Money-wise, we're at least doing really strong. We are still spending... Oh, actually, no, we're not spending that much on the construction right now. So I suppose there was more farms that we wanted. Of course, the question is, where do we build those? Looking around if there's places that could build a lot of wheat farms, like over here. Not necessarily very profitable, but we can get another one at least in there. And I suppose we could also get some power plants over here. And of course, we probably do want to build some more motor... yeah, the motor industries. Let's see, earnings aren't going to be huge. Kabulistan does not have... it does have some peasants. Get that one in there then. But that's all the way up here, some engines. But that's not really a bad thing, mind you. We are going to need some other engines anyway for the opium plantations and whatnot. So I think that's going to be totally fine. We don't have a huge amount of transportation available in here, so we'll get the railway. A bit of an upgrade there as well. But we are still below 600 prestige, but... Oh, we're number 3 producer in groceries, but oil production, it hasn't really picked up steam yet. I suppose at this point what we could do... I'm going to reduce another... Oh dear. The taxes that we have in here are all pretty good. I mean, maybe the service tax. we're going to remove for now. We can maybe put in one other tax. I guess the tea tax. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in the greener grass campaign to increase migration into Baku. Just so that we'll have the workforce in there to utilize the oil rigs to the fullest, so that we can then provide all the oil needed, because we are probably still number 4. No, we're number 6 producer, okay. Oh yeah, North German Federation is overtaking us. And Britain. Britain, yeah, I suppose Britain has overtaken us. Dutch East Indies has a lot. But yeah, if we just get a little bit more workers in here, I suspect that the productions in Baku are going to be pretty good. Because, I mean, we can have so much oil rigs in there. Eventually, I mean, right now, let's go ahead and privatize that, actually, because that's going to increase the throughput even further. Plus, we'll get a bit more money out of it. Reduce the investment pool, maybe, but that's fine. But now, at least solidified the number 1 in opium production, so that's pretty good. And we are steadily catching up to China as well in GDP. I think at the next few episodes, we probably will be in the top 5 in the economy total. Assuming that things keep increasing as they do, which, to be fair, that's something that I need to build some more stuff. Okay, so let's, I guess we'll go ahead and build some more glassworks. Although that, okay, we'll get 1 into Briz. That'll be fine. We'll probably get another couple in few places in here, actually. There we go, that's going to be a whole lot more glass production, which will then, of course, start reducing the construction costs. It's still 283,000, mind you. Glass is still almost 100,000 pounds per week there for the construction, which is a lot. How much is the... Okay, so we do need a lot more tools as well. Of that, of course, do we have tooling workshop that is like level 1? That's level 5. That's a level 2. That's level 3. And getting more... Okay, here's one. So if I was to go and, first of all... that might not be too much more profitable. But we can start using a bit of rubber over here for the production. We can get a bit more tools out of it. And then we can maybe go out and reduce the labor need there a tiny bit as well. To free up some laborers for other things like the iron mines and... I suppose the farms are fine. There's actually not that bad in there. There we go, 13.9 standard of living. And with that, we are unfortunately out of time for this episode. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll show you the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.